Namaste, welcome back to AWS Real-Time Cloud Projects for beginners to expert. And I think we already passed the stage of being beginner. I think we even passed the stage of being an intermediate, right? We are in between intermediate and becoming an expert. Okay, I think at least if you followed me through all the 55 projects so far, you can consider yourself as in between intermediate and expert. Okay, that being said, let's not delay any further and let's go ahead and do our project for today, which is about S3 security. A school hired an administrator to review the security of their storage solution in Amazon S3. As a compliance requirement, a stored object must be archived 365 days after creation. All versions of uploaded objects must also be accessible. Finally, as a protective measure, an S3 bucket is required to replicate its content to a backup bucket. So let's go ahead. I don't know why I ended up here. Maybe I was doing, I don't know. Anyways, if you are still here after watching last video where I was giving some tips and tricks that you guys maybe don't want them, but thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we are almost in the mid of this particular role, security role. So we have how many left? 5 plus 3, 8. We have, yeah, we finished half of them. So we have 8 more left. And I think once we finish these 8, oh, I don't know why they stopped here. Then we will be left with 2 more seasons. Next one is network, final one is machine learning. I'm excited for both of them because I'm not a big network person and I am planning to move shift into machine learning. So that would be a good introduction to the machine learning, I guess. So I am excited for that. Okay, I think we are almost here. I don't know why I ended up that far. Okay, here we are. So let's pick the project. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the best school that our little part of the world has to offer. She's self-bragging like me. Thank you for inviting me for a tour. Before we begin, is there anything I can help you with? I'm so glad you asked. Last week, a compliance auditor reviewed our records stored in S3. She found several compliance issues and we could use some help fixing that. I would be happy to help. Can you give me some more details on the requirements though? Certainly. We use an S3 bucket to store student records. That includes schedules, financials, and other information. Currently, anyone with access to the bucket can inadvertently overwrite or delete a record, and we would have no idea who did it or when. Additionally, the compliance auditor said that because we are storing personally identifiable information, we are required to encrypt the data at rest. I see. So you want to encrypt your bucket contents, log access to the bucket, and protect yourself from data loss. Is that correct? That's it. Would you be able to help us with this? Absolutely. S3 can encrypt all of your records at rest by using server-side encryption, and server access logging can store all records of access to your bucket and the objects in it. You can also use object versioning to store as many versions of the same document as you want. Finally, bucket replication can copy your bucket objects to a backup bucket of your choosing. That's exactly what we are looking for. One concern I have though is that we are not required to keep all copies of a record forever. Can we control how many versions are stored to reduce costs? That's a very common concern. You can control your versions by using lifecycle rules configured to your compliance needs. Lifecycle rules can move older versions to less expensive storage tiers or delete them altogether. Wonderful. Any help you can give us is very much appreciated. Can you help us get our storage compliant? Of course I can. Excelsior. Let's go get compliant. Compliant. All right, once we finish this project, we will be able to configure S3 bucket, enable server-side encryption and logging on the bucket, and enable versioning and replication. Then we'll create a lifecycle rule to use less expensive storage. Okay, we are here as usual. The video concepts you can click. I highly recommend you to watch each one of this video. And I already uploaded these videos to one of our playlists, which is called AWS tutorials for beginners, and the link for that would be somewhere here on the right side. It will pop up if it already didn't. Click on that and search with these video titles and watch them. I highly recommend them. Once you finish watching them, come back here and watch the rest of the project. All right, let's go back and let's go through our diagram steps. This solution uses S3 encryption, versioning, and replication to help protect data from unauthorized access and accidental edits or deletion. A user creates a records file containing private information and uploads the file to primary S3 bucket. As it's saved to the S3 bucket, the file is encrypted using SSC with Amazon S3 managed keys. With server access logging enabled, all requests to the primary S3 bucket are logged to another S3 bucket, which can be used for security and access audits. With live replication enabled, S3 will automatically replicate new objects to another bucket as they are returned to the primary bucket. With versioning enabled, when a user makes changes to the file and re-uploads the file to the primary bucket, the existing file becomes the previous version and the newly uploaded file becomes the current version. S3 lifecycle rules are used to transition the previous version of the file to a less expensive storage class for archiving. Alright, I think we will finish this within no time because I'm so used to S3 by now. Practice lab goals. We will create S3 bucket with server access logging, versioning, encryption enabled. Then we will upload multiple versions of the same text file to demonstrate how S3 handles versioning. Then we will configure S3 lifecycle rule to archive older files. Then we'll view a sample S3 bucket log. As part of DIY, we will configure replication to another S3 bucket. We will upload a file to the primary bucket, verify that the replication rule is properly configured. Let's get let's finish this. And even they don't have much steps. Oh, they do have two files though. Let me download them. And as usual, I'm not going to read the concept, but I would recommend you to read the concept. Pause the video, read the concept, then go move to the next step. Okay, I already downloaded them. We'll go to S3 and we'll create a bucket, and it has to be a unique bucket, and we will keep the default, and it has to be in the Virginia region. And then we will block all public apps access, that is the default, just remember. And we are going to enable versioning. Okay, let me write it down. And then we are going to enable SSES3, which is the server-side encryption with S3 manage. S3 manages your keys. Then create bucket. All right, bucket is created. Now we are going to create lifecycle rules by clicking that button after going to management. And then we are going to apply to all objects in the bucket. Then we are going to click that, and the lifecycle rule name we are going to give is this one. So let me copy paste that. Okay. Don't forget to read the concepts. Move current versions of objects between storage classes. That's the lifecycle rule actions we are going to create. And then we are going to select the Glacier Deep Archive, which is the cheapest one. And then we are going to give 365 days. Then we are going to choose acknowledge, scroll down, review, create role. Done. As simple as that. Then we are going to go to properties, scroll down, and server access logging. Okay, server access login. So we enabled versioning, we enabled encryption, we enabled the life cycle rule. Now we are going to enable the server access logging for this particular bucket, and then we are going to click enable, and then we'll browse to the bucket where we are going to store all these logs, and they already created a log bucket. Select that one, and then at the end they want us to type slash bucket logs. That's a folder that will be created under it. Save changes, and we can click on that to see that particular folder, etc. Okay, we are going to go to that bucket, log bucket, and permissions, because that bucket should be able to write into this particular bucket, right? I think that's what. We'll scroll down and we will edit them, and we will say write. Okay, okay, so there are different one. S3 log delivery group, write. Save changes, and then we are going to click on the unique bucket. We are going to upload, add files. Okay, which file did we add? Security courses. Okay, that's good. And I think that's the file content. And then we are going to upload another file, which is again same thing, upload. Oh, what? Okay, same file we are uploading again. Okay, just because it creates different versions, right? Okay, that's fine. Same thing. Scroll, review enabled bucket properties, enabled, versioning enabled, encryption enabled. And if you go to the versions and if you click on that open, you can see two versions are there. And then they're going to the log, and where did they go? As you can see, we are just opening that log file, bucket logs, and it will show you what it did, that you copied, uploaded, etc. I think that's it. Basically, simple, right? I know S3 it's simple, nothing much. So let's go ahead and finish this in 1 minute. Maybe this will be the quickest project that we ever did. Because it's S3 is typically used in all the projects. Okay, so for that reason, I don't know what, everybody should be familiar with S3 and at least the common things that people do with S3. Come on. I thought I want to finish this fast, and this guy, oh maybe I have so many things open here. Why are you not opening up? Okay, it did. All right, I think that should be fine. ACL, we will leave that as is. Block all public access. Enable it. Encryption SS33. I think, yeah, that's it. And we don't want to deal with that. Okay, cool. So we can do two things right from here, which is, yeah, we disabled the public access, we enabled the bucket versioning, and we enabled the encryption. All right, now since that is done, let's go management, create lifecycle, and the name we are going to give is archive files older than 1 year. Apply to all objects. I acknowledge. And what is the action? There are multiple actions. Move current versions of objects between storage classes. and choose storage class, deep archive and 365 days. I acknowledge, create role. It's as simple as that, nothing fancy. Okay, now what is the next thing that we need to enable? Logging. Okay, where is logging? I don't think it will be here. Properties, server access logging. I did it, enable it, and the browse bucket, log, choose, and then put a slash bucket logs. I think that's fine. Destination prefix means it will put this one, then here, etc. I think I'm fine with that. Save changes. Now let's go to that log bucket and permissions. Okay, it's not that, it's not that. Okay, where? Is it here? Let's see. Let's try to see if it is this one. No, it is not. Even though I do have access to do this, but nope. Yeah, it is here. And the S3 log delivery group should be right. So this we're just telling should write above. And I think pretty much that's it here. We will go to here and we will upload the same file twice to check the versioning, add file. So we added that file, click upload and it uploaded it. Okay, let's upload it one more time. Upload it. It's uploaded twice. Okay, now if I go check this, usually it won't say anything about versions or anything, but if you click this one, it will show you the two versions of the same file, right? You can open them if you want. Okay. Anyways, what? Okay, I think it needs to allow multiple down, but that's fine. Anyways, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Now that is, I think that's about it, right? That's about it. So now let's go and do finish our DIY and end this here. Primary bucket name, I think it is this one. Replication bucket. Configure replication to another S3 bucket. Is there another bucket that they created? Nope, they didn't. I think that should be it. ACLs, same thing. I don't think you actually enable versioning on the replication bucket. Upload file to the primary bucket, verify that the replication rule is properly configured. Yeah. Okay, versioning, we don't need it. Encryption, that's fine. Create it. Okay, now you need to enable replication. How do you do that? So we will go to the original bucket, properties. Okay, where is replication? Maybe. Okay, create replication rule. All objects, choose a bucket in this account. This one, choose. Oh, we need to enable version on both because it has versioning. Okay. Choose from existing IAM roles. Do they have any? Yes, they already created it. Nice. Replicate objects encrypted with? No, it is not that. Change the storage class for the replicated. I don't think we need to do all that. Save it. Or rule name. Okay, let's save it. No, do not replicate existing objects or just replicate existing objects. What do you want to do? I think let's do it. What is there? Automatically run the job when it's ready. And we don't need all this. Come on. Did it already trigger? I hope not. And just so you know, I cannot do anything here other than exit. Maybe I should exit. I think something is not okay. So we have this bucket. Let's see. I don't know if it enabled the replication. Let's go and check it out. Okay, it is enabled. So all we have to do is they asked us to upload a file, which I will do. This file, upload it. Now this should have got replicated to the other bucket. Let's go check that out. Okay. Okay, I don't know if it takes this long. That's fine. So verify that is to copy the replication. Okay, number of name of the replication bucket. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, it got replicated. That's fine. Click validate. It should say success. Right, 23 minutes when finished it. Yeah. I mean, I know some of the stuff I did. I never replicated anything, and what else? I never created any life cycle role. But yeah, I mean, those are the things I would say that I learned from this. And if you know what to do, if you like this project, just try those subscribe, like, comment buttons. And you can also support by becoming a member, you know that, right? So let's give the good news. Thank you for solving um all the I don't like any of this. What is this? I'll go with this bird instead of that. Conundrum. I don't know why she's using all these words. Conundrum, and then they said some word, maybe French word, I don't know. Thanks for feedback. We are right here, it's on the left side. Okay, nice. Congratulations. Thank you. Yep, right there. Wow. All right, let's do the zapping fast and let's end it. S3 lifecycle expiration actions will move objects to different storage class before deleting. I don't think so. Expiration is delete. Uh, okay. These actions define when objects expire. S3 deletes expired, see? Yeah, so it should be false. Expire means delete. Regarding replication on S3 bucket, only the destination bucket can be configured. Only one destination bucket can be configured. Multiple objects are copied to the destination bucket synchronously. I don't think it is synchronously. I think it is because it took some time for it to copy. Synchronously means it will say done only when both are copied. I think it is asynchronously. And the destination, I don't see it asked for multiple. I think you can only do it for one destination bucket. I might be wrong. See, asynchronous. Oh, or multiple. Interesting. What is AWS Lambda? Serverless computing service, server that runs code without provision, service that runs and scales with high availability. But why are you asking about Lambda? Are we done with S3 questions already? Let's see. By default, newly created S3 buckets are not publicly accessible. That's true. What? Okay. I was like, I hit you and still you are like, eh. Which Amazon S3 SSC type encrypts the encryption key itself with a root key that is regularly rotated? So, regularly rotated. I think customer provided key. If it is regularly rotated, regularly like every year, I don't think it is this. KMS keys, I think it is this one. Customer provided keys. You see this? Oh, all S3 have the default option for server is with okay. Oh, it is SSC. Okay, never mind. Even the customer key doesn't it encrypt itself? Maybe I missed something in the question. I thought of finishing this in under 30 minutes, but these questions, I guess. S3 server access logging are true. Why not? It's still the S3 storage. Yeah, there is no extra charge. It is just you're writing it to another bucket. Why would they charge you? They will only charge for the storage. Wow. None? Do I have to go that far? Oh, there is one here. Yeah, so we don't have to pay for the logging. We will pay for the storage. And logs, storing logs is not cheaper or anything. It's still the storage. The still same storage costs apply. Which encryption type encrypts data before it is sent to S3 bucket? Oh, it is client side. Not server, not both. Still. Which encryption type data as it's written to S3 bucket? I think it's server side. Client side, it would have already been encrypted. So S3 lifecycle transactions delete expired objects on behalf of the users. Yes. What? Did I read something wrong? Who wants an uploaded object if S3 ACLs are disabled on an S3 bucket? The bucket owner usually. Oops. Object replica can be configured only between S3 buckets is false. You can even do it inter-region. Intra, one of those. Third, there is one. Where are you going? Where are you going? Since the last project was longer, so this is a quicker one. That is good. By default, AMI is available in all AWS regions. That is very false. You cannot. All right, I think we are done with these three questions. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, you know what to do. Thank you very much for spending your time here. See you in the next video. Have a great day. Peace out.